Good afternoon, everybody. How we all doing? Happy Thursday. Everybody doing good? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What a day so far, hey? Good afternoon, Zaza. Billy, brother, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing good as well. Alrighty, guys. Welcome to PM segment of the Lab Live. Still our first week of Lab Live. It's been an incredible time. This will be my third stream on here. Looking forward to carrying on the momentum, right? So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Bray. Brady for long, Bray for short. I've been a trader for about 4 years now, primarily trading index futures. I'm a NASDAQ guy. Also dabble with gold and lately energy markets as well, with oil being the primary. So, like I said, 4 years of experience. Looking forward to getting to know all you guys. And if you have any questions at all throughout this stream, feel free to just fire away. I like a lot of interaction in these streams. I want to keep the ball rolling, keep the topic, fresh, so that we don't run out of stuff to talk about, right? There's no point to me sitting here not talking or us not engaging with one another, right? So we'll talk price, we'll talk trading, we'll talk whatever, within reason, of course. And yeah, let's just have a good afternoon of trading here. So we'll break it down going forward here. Yeah, I'll be live until 4 p.m. Eastern. Brady in the streets and Disco Bray in the sheets. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's our moderator, everybody. Darian Trades. Give him a round of applause. He'll be here until I tell him not to be. Did you take any trades today? No, dude, I didn't. I didn't get any validation for longs based on my criteria. However, what a ripper, hey? Basically, well, we did, not basically, we ran up the entire overnight move that traded lower on some bearish sentiment given after that was received after Trump's address to the nation, which is basically a fancy way of saying he spent some time reading his past tweets. So, so yeah. But yeah, no trades so far today. Pretty low frequency on the week. Just I think 3 trades this week, 2 losses, 1 winner. And that's about it. Pretty didn't really move the needle too much. Yeah, me neither, man. We were due for some volatility just given the backdrop, but seeing it just completely reverse the day. Like I was bearish going into the day, obviously. Who wouldn't be looking at the chart like this? But um, we kind of bounced really nicely from this daily for value gap. There's just no SMT or anything down here. And by the time we got a breaker block on the 15-minute to confirm bullish direction on intermediate timeframes, it was pretty much off and running. So I did not participate in any trades this afternoon or this morning, pardon me. But we'll see what we can conjure up this afternoon, see if we get an opportunity. What's good, JL? How you doing, brother? As it stands right now, we're kind of just working inside of this 1030 expansion candle, where things really took off and ran up into Asia high here. Let's pull some standard deviations because I hadn't done that yet. -2, -2.5 had been met. This breaker's also nested like perfectly with midnight. And you can see -2, -2.5 as well. So projections have been met. Just saw my ex. Sheesh. Did you say hi? I wouldn't say hi. That's just me. That's just me. Oh, you played tennis. Oh, it's like that. Okay. You made it sound like an oh fuck type of thing. There you go. Does she know how much money you make as a trader? Oh, you're good friends again? That's good. That shit never worked out for me. Anyway. Yeah, she must. She must if she's back. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. No, I'm sure she likes him for his personality. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's good. You a good tennis player, Jail? So we've got this lunch high SMT currently with YM, right? We haven't swept this AM high. We're kind of just consolidating after this large range expansion, which is obvious to expect, right? Market moves and trends and consolidation. So very large trend where we basically reverse the entire day, 585-point move. We're due for a little bit of consolidation. It's just the way it goes, right? Because if you think about it from a psychological perspective, I mean, the market is designed to fuck with your emotions and it's designed to feed off of the weak psychologies of retail and people who don't have the wherewithal to decipher and have a disciplined, sound mind, right? So, large expansion, induce a ton of FOMO. What happens? Moves already delivered. Throw it into consolidation and let everyone chop themselves up, i.e., build a range of liquidity. But we got this lunch high SMT. Lunch low has not been tagged yet, but we've got the new 4-hour open. There is a devil's mark on it currently. So, not to say that we have to form a very large wick, but what I'd be anticipating is that kind of this 2 p.m. candle can open low. And if we get a setup to go higher, I would target the AM session high. We just have to get down below lunch low, maybe get some SMT in there. I did not short the lunch high. It is valid. I was not at my desk yet. I was actually stuffing my face with my lunch at that time. So I've been a busy boy today. So, but yeah, this lunch high to lunch low play is quite good for scalps. Basically, the moment that you see that lunch high get tagged, and we create SMT with YM, pardon me, you can see that we have the moment that you get that SMT there, you look for the nearby breaker, right? Swing high, swing low, higher high. This swing low confirms the breaker. Right? Do the orange line. Standard deviations of that -4 takes you kind of right below the lunch low. -2, -2.5 have been met. So it's a solid trade. Down here, I mean, you kind of got edged with it being like six points and change from the lunch low, but it's kind of a you be a dick for a tick. or do you ride it out, right? This happens a lot where it'll engineer lows and then it'll retrace back to OTE, and then it can expand further from there. So, um, valid trade, not my um, not my trade because I wasn't here, but I probably would have scalped it if I had been at the desk. So, yeah, kind of just sitting and watching. We're not going to get caught up in a range. There's no need for it, right? Just because it's Thursday and tomorrow's Good Friday, it doesn't mean that we need to push it, right? I'm treating today like a Friday, capital preservation day, right? Where we don't let good weeks go bad, and we don't try to make bad weeks end super good. We just settle into the week. It's not a time to push it, um, because there's nothing worse than it being 4 p.m. on a Friday and you're holding a trade, trying to make it back, or you've blown an account or something after a good week of progress, right? So patience, 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 right? I literally said that earlier. Holy FOMO price action. Yeah, no shit, eh? It's crazy. This should be crazy. Um, but yeah, my participation in the market has been incredibly um, low. I haven't had a lot of trades. Mind you, I've been super busy and I haven't had as much time to be in the market, but I'm not mad about it. You're going to go through seasons, right? You're going to go through seasons where you can press really hard and shit just moves like butter. And you're going to have seasons like this where, you know, everything's really finicky. We have a lot of seek and destroy, ask profile. We have a high volatility, and the market tends to move a little bit wacky given the geopolitical backdrop that we have going on with the war in Iran. So we are kind of at the mercy of headlines and the context that they bring. So you need to have your wits about you and trade with your head on a swivel, whatever that means for you. If it means tightening your risk by way of risking less on your trades, lowering frequency, or lowering your targets, right? Those are things you can control. So do whatever you got to do to survive times like this and seasons like this so that you can thrive later on when the getting's good, right? We're just like farmers. We got to make hay when the sun shines, save up for the winter, stock up for the winter to make it through. We had some running questions. What do you consume to gain electrolytes? You take honey packs, or do you have an electrolyte supplement? I take electrolytes. I have an electrolyte supplement. It's just one scoop is 400 milligrams of sodium. Just take those as needed. I should be taking them every day, but I haven't been. But and then yeah, I don't take honey packs. I have gels, but they're not honey packs. Honey would be more for carbs. Started VO2 max training, nearly died yesterday. What was the workout? VO2 max training is tough. Which ones do I recommend? I mean, depends where you are. If you're in Europe, it's tougher to get brands over here. If you're in the Western, if you're in North America, um, I would recommend going on to thefeed.com, THEFEED.com. They sell a bunch of supplements. Their own products are very good. I have their electrolytes. Um, Element is good. They're expensive. ProMix is really good too. Their flavors are nice, but they're expensive as well for electrolytes. But if you want to just save money and you don't really care um, about taste or anything, just get some good quality salt and put a quarter teaspoon in your water in the morning. 3x5 minute zone 3-4 rounds. Yeah, that'd be good. 2-minute cooldown walks in between. Sweet. Fartlek training or fartlek workouts are really good for building VO2 max. Are you training for something specifically, or you just want the health benefits of high VO2? We're kind of just hanging around here, right? Still have that devil's mark on 2 p.m. Nothing to do. Am I crazy to look for 1 minute, 15-minute continuations lower here? I don't think so. I mean, if you look at it, you've got a 15-minute breaker here with lunch high SMT, right? It's also a 5-minute breaker with lunch high SMT. So if you get a continuation inside of here, inside of the breaker, we don't have any local SMT inside of the for value gap or anything. Could you move the chart so that we can see what chart is on screen? Yes, we could do that. So hang on. What's the best way to do that, Graham? If we can drag it up on the top left, there's NQ, or on the top right of my screen, inside of my chart, there's a little label that says NQ, or I can move it. Here, let me do this. Maybe this will work. I have the watermark. The location is different. Top center. How's this? Or not? Watermark position. Title settings. Normal center. Top. Right? Oh, top center. How's this? There we go. I can make it a little, yeah. We'll leave it like that. I like that, actually. And if you guys have a question, if you guys need me to tell you, just ask me. Tagged into a 1 minute for value gap. Yeah, I would be using this 50-minute breaker kind of as my line in the sand, right? That's kind of your POI on the high time frame. If you're taking 1 minute setups, you want a 15-minute POI to be trading into, whether that be a breaker, liquidity, for value gap, right? Or a combination. And then on the low time frame, you're just going to be looking for a breaker. So we don't have a breaker on the low time frame yet. So sitting duck. Health benefits. Started working out again. Realized my stamina is horrible. Living a 2-story, and I started breathing heavy just running up the stairs. I'm 6'6", 240. Used to hoop, so I had good stamina. So I started doing VO2 max training once a week to help. Hey, that's sweet, man. Hope it all goes well. If you have any questions, let me know. I've been running for not a long time, but a couple years. Yeah. I also grew up doing track and field. I just get obsessed about this sort of stuff, so I do a lot of research. Just how my brain works. But yeah, no, that's a great plan. What's my fastest mile? I haven't even done a 1 mile all out. No, I haven't. I don't even know. Maybe like low 5s. I don't know. I can run 5K at a 6 minute pace. I do a mix. So I train for a marathon. So like within that, I've done a 10K time trial. I did a half marathon, not a time trial, but I ran it at marathon pace last weekend. So I do a mix. I do a mix of stuff. But yeah, I haven't done a mile. I want to. I need to see where I'm at with that. I think sub 5:30. Yeah, sheesh, we got nothing here. We're kind of just pandering inside of this breaker. I remember years ago, I was 17 and I think I ran like a 5:20, 5:30, maybe. I can't even remember. And I'm in better shape now than I was when I was 17. Nothing to do here. Just kind of watching this lunch low. No continuation entries on my end. I'm not really anticipating a very big deep dig deeper because we still have this high posted here, right? I would have wanted to see a sweep of that. This just it looks like it's going to be expansion, consolidation. So, right, you have your expansion, consolidation, manipulation, another expansion. That would be where my eye is drawn to. So it might just be a boring session. Might just be boring. Nothing to do, but things can change. You never know. I'm not going to speak it out of existence yet. Where does this 15-minute breaker projection take us? Takes us down into discount, right? Yeah. -2 takes you down into discount on that's inside of an hourly. Yeah, down below the 10 a.m. Okay. It's always great with Bray. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I don't know why I do that accent. I'm couldn't be further from the south. Get rid of that. Does anyone have questions, comments, concerns, things that they would like to discuss? We should check. Let's check oil. Let's check some other markets here. Pretty much off the rip, I don't see anything with oil. Um, oh, oh, that has an alert. Okay, that's why. Nothing going on with oil. Oil is pretty much fucking expanded all the way. We're probably gonna take these highs again if I was a betting man. What's USO at? Oh my gosh. 138, dude. I bought calls last Monday at 109. I sold way too early. I had one, yeah, I had May 15th expiry on a 120 strike. Wanted to see just the gap get filled. Definitely a strong takeaway from this one because I would have made probably 200% on these or more had I been in. I only took 50% off, 50% on them. But I'm still relatively new to option swings in general. So holding is admittedly a little bit tough for you, boy. But yeah, oil probably going to fizzle off for the rest of the day. Gold, I wanted gold longs this morning. I really like this 15-minute breaker that we put in. I think it can take us back up into new high a week. However, I could not get involved. One, because the breaker never got tagged, and I cannot afford a 50-point stop on gold. I don't got it like that. So I was at the mercy of too big of a stop loss. So hence the flatness. Bitcoin, we all know the story with Bitcoin, I think. If you don't, then what I am looking for is runs below the February low. With buying opportunities in this range. Or consolidate. I wouldn't mind if it consolidated because that would give me more chance to buy, more opportunities to buy. I don't know. Any Bitcoin investors in here? I feel like it'd be like if we get to 49K, it's 160% to the highs. 160%. You don't find that in the equities market. You don't find it often anyway. Like even if you look at like a stock that's in the dumper right now, like Microsoft. If we go back to the all-time highs here, that's 50%. Like you just don't get the same ranges that you do on Bitcoin. So I figured, why not get involved a little bit, allocate a little bit of my monthly allocation to Bitcoin, see how it goes. I don't have high hopes, but maybe I'll be surprised. Zaza, you are as well. You like to dabble with the Bitcoins? At this point, yeah, I have nothing. I have nothing. I can't even lie to you guys and say that I have something. I think we're going lower to launch low. But my means of getting there are not conducive to disciplined trading. Old crackhead me would have just sold this mitigation block. But mitigation blocks are well, my 1600 meter time is 428 Okay, go off. That's crazy. That guy's a runner. Do you run? What distance do you run? Or are you primarily like short distance? Is anybody trading this? Definitely not. Yeah. Yeah, not me neither. Me neither. Trade limit hit this morning. I'm done for the day. Nice. 1 minute, 50 minutes short is still valid. Just tagged IC. What time frame IC? Or are you speaking to the 15-minute? Look at 2.5 from midnight. Yeah. Yeah, I have it. I have it on my chart. We talked about it. That's crazy, right? There's no, it's not random, right? Mm, 1 minute. Yeah. No, there's no, for me, there's no 1 minute continuation signature here. Um, the only play that you have is this 15-minute breaker with the stop at lunch high. That's the only invalidation point you have. So if you were to be short, the only valid trade that you have is this guy. The stop above the lunch high or the PM high and an entry inside of the breaker on the 15. There's no 1 minute continuations that are valid, that have a valid invalidation point. So you're trading a little bit of a lower probability with a stop anywhere but the current PM high, which is the 1325 high. I say that because in order for a 1 minute invalidation point to be set for continuations off of the 15-minute, you need to see POI or liquidity, like this fair value gap on the 15, SMT at that with a 1 minute breaker. And then the 1 minute breaker confirms. That's the steps for invalidation points. Am I the only one that doesn't like when session liquidity is not really a relevant swing high or low? Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. That's the very reason why I'm not short as it stands. If this exact signature occurred up here, different story. Different story. Do you have a course or education I can learn from? I personally do not have a course that I am selling, but What I can say is that we at the lab are working on something that you guys are going to love if you want more education, aside from the free streams. And it is not $3,000. We don't have pricing set yet, but it will be one of the most affordable education services, one of the most high quality, low costing education resources on the market. No bullshit. Stop 135, entry 119, sell 87. It's risky. Good luck. I hope I've for your sake, I hope it just delivers to the draw, which it very well can, but I won't be riding that with you. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Can confirm he is telling the truth. I never lie. I never lie. Yeah, best of luck. Best of luck. I'd love to see y'all win. All right. So we still got 48 of y'all. I'm going to prompt you. If you'd like the stream, if you want more of these streams, please give the stream a like. Subscribe if you so please. And turn notifications on so that you can never miss another stream. We stream Monday to Friday, 3 sessions. London, New York AM, and New York PM, Monday to Friday. Total of 15 streams a week. So we're putting it all out there for y'all. So if you like the stream, if you like the content, please drop a like. We greatly appreciate it. And the more likes you get, or the more likes that we get, the more subscriptions we get, the more likely we are to do giveaways. So for the 8 people that just left after I asked them to like the stream, they will never know that we might do giveaways. So, no, I'm just playing. But yeah, we will in the future. We'd like to do some giveaways. That's not my call. That's Kane and Alex, but we want to give back. We want to give back to y'all. So I got stomped. Yeah. To be fair, it wasn't the highest probability trade, but hey, it's your trade. That is your cross to bear, your lesson to learn. Shake it off and move on to the next one. Just make sure you journal it. So the idea is to have 15 streams a week. Yeah, 3 streams a day. We stream London session 2:45 to 4:45 Eastern. New York AM session from 8 to 11. And then PM session from 2 to 4, all Eastern Standard Time. That is the idea. That's what we do. That's what we're doing. At the moment, still don't have anything. All we need is a particular person to stream Asia with their goose. Yes. Only there was someone. Only there was someone. Someone with a specific model that does really well during Asia on gold that's designed to capture the daily expansion. Very specific, very specific. With a very high probability of forming the higher low during the Asia session. Hmm. Hmm. Don't know a guy. But if I did know a guy, I bet he would be like super sexy, handsome, tall, strong, but humble. Humble too. I bet he would fit that description. He or she. He or she. Mustache, maybe mustache. You never know. Maybe. Maybe we'll do some of those. Maybe we'll do some of those. They're kind of gas. It's a pretty good fucking model. I don't trade it much, but I love the model so much, I trust it so much that I sleep like a baby holding trades overnight, trading that model. Should call it the passive income model because you hit profit when you sleep. That's actually kind of a banger name for it. 245, hitting the chart now. We've got all assets sweeping out that 1400 high. Still no SMT as it stands. Um, Closest SMT is probably going to be YM sweeping out that 1315 high. So for like short scalps, oh, I missed. Someone said goodbye. Oh yeah, not just over. Gotta get back to work. Good luck with stream. GG's brother, if you're still here. Sorry, I missed you. Um, if we see some SMT at this current PM session high on with YM taking it and NQ and ES failing to take it because ES and NQ already swept lunch high, right? So you can kind of see. Let me zoom in. So you can see that ES and NQ swept out lunch high. YM failed to sweep lunch high, creating a failure swing. Now we have YM targeting this high and nearing it. So it's going to take its counterpart of liquidity, giving us a solid SMT to trade short down into this 2 p.m. Devil's Mark. That would be an idea that we could use. Now, if we are going to do it, what we need to wait for is first that SMT. So I have no need to go to the low time frame, right? No need. We need to wait until we see that SMT form. And then we drop to a low time frame on the 1 minute. Then we look for a breaker, and we look to trade that breaker with its standard deviations down into our draw, which will be Devil's Mark on the 2 p.m. open and the lunch low, and then some. Sir, your side profile matches Alex O'Connor, Cosmic Skeptic. I don't know whether you know him or not, but for a second I thought, wait, what? Wait, what? Alex O'Connor. Let me just look at Cosmic Skeptic. I don't see any side profile. What kind of content does he? Cosmic Skeptic is an English podcaster and YouTuber. He is known for his videos on philosophy on YouTube, most notably the subjects of ethics, religion, and atheism. Cool. My mustache is better than his, but I could see it. No, I don't know who that fella is, but another thing you could do is the moment that if we get this PM high SMT or current PM high SMT, which is the previous hour with YM, what you could do is you can short this breaker that hasn't met full projections yet. And you could put a stop loss at the current PM high. And you can nab a nice 4R. Just a thought. You could do that too. Because this will remain your invalidation point, right? Up here. You don't want to see price go above here because that'll invalidate shorts. Hmm. And it's also a 15-minute breaker. Since it's not a relevant high, I would wait for confirmation. Like trading this range like this with a stop that isn't a relevant, like actual swing high on the high time frame, it makes it a little bit less favorable for me personally to just get short off of it immediately the moment that we create the SMT. So I would wait for a confirmation. So that would be like something like this. We swing up. Can I have my arrow? We swing up. We create the SMT with this high. We close below the breaker. We enter short. We target lunch low. Maybe something like this. Just to get that extra layer of confirmation. Because this could blast right through. Because we are still quite bullish, right? And what happens after a high time frame expansion and consolidation, right? The market doesn't go from expansion, consolidation, reversal. It goes expansion, consolidation, expansion. So we have to be careful about shorting this in this current context. So I would wait for confirmation, even if it gives it. I'm going to be extremely selective. And 15 is ugly as fuck right there. Yeah, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding, King. There's that SMT. Okay. Now you got the SMT at the high. You tag the breaker. Now what you watch for is a close below this low. Okay. What did I just do? Let's tuck that in a little bit. This means nothing without further confirmation. Remember that. Because like I said, this can expand right through here. Don't you think they hold this range for NFP tomorrow? Personally, they don't have to because tomorrow is Good Friday. And I think the market isn't even going to have enough time to move tomorrow because the market closes at 9:15 Eastern. So I'm not even trading tomorrow. Tomorrow is not not your normal NFP day. But any other NFP week, yeah, that's definitely something going through my head. But since tomorrow is a short day anyway, they might want to just move it to. I mean, that's why I mean, look at what they did already. I think that the more concerning part is the fact that they've already expanded it like this. Like this day before NFP is weird. And I think this is because Good Friday's tomorrow. So I think that has more effect. I think if the day fizzles out, it'll be because of this, not because of NFP more. You know what I mean? So now you draw these standard deviations. -2, -2.5, right on lunch low. What's up, Brad? Bradley. Sorry, just about called you Brad. I know you don't like it. How's it going? How's your day been? Nice catch, yeah. Yeah, just the hard D at the end there. Okay. Okay. Seems like seeking to destroy price action a little bit. It's just chopping. Can you please show the breaker again? Like this 1-minute breaker? Or the 15-minute? What you mean? Okay, so we're inverting this fair value gap. So now we have information that this is an anticipation here. This is how I trade IFVGs, right? If you have a fair value gap nested or overlapping a breaker block, so we'll do the fair value gap in red. So if you have the fair value gap nested with the breaker, that is a valid IFVG setup for me. So now this gives me information that this breaker is there's a good chance that this breaker confirms. I'm not taking it because, like I said, I want more confirmation given the current context on the high time frame. I want it to show me that it wants to go lower via a confirmation of a change in state of delivery and a breaker block formation. So this is just step one. This is really just me reading the tape. That's all it is. And we also have equal lows at the lunch low. Solid. See what it brings. Not too bad. One trade for a win, then nothing else since. Had an Easter party at the kiddos' school, so I haven't even looked at charts since the AM. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, Easter weekend. Got any plans for Easter weekend? Having any family dinners? Hey, Tom. How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you indeed. Saudi Arabia is rerouting oil supply away from the block Strait of Hormuz at a record pace. Interesting. If you guys don't have the Kobisi letter on X, notifications turned on, what are you doing? What are you doing? They're so on the ball with their macro news and their like analysis. It's insane. Oh, that's good coffee. What was your first trade like? The very first you put your money in, if you remember. Oh, I don't remember, but I remember how I was trading at the time, and it had zero context. um, I remember like my first trade idea that like I actually, put some effort and thought into. It was on Forex. It was using retail concepts, like traditional retail concepts. Um, but keep an eye out on this actually here. It might be in business. Let's set this up. I'll get to your questions in a moment. I don't like the way that hourly candle's closing. I like the way the 15's closing. Okay. No 1 minute confirmation there. Um, yeah, I don't remember my first trade. I should have documented it better, but let me tell you, it was not good. It was not good. Probably my first 100 trades were not good. Uh, it's just the Kobisi letter. So here, um, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Just search that on Twitter. Hey Bray, how did you manage the transition from break even to actually starting to pull money out from prop firms? Last year, I got funded 3 times without ever getting a payout. This year, I already have 4 funded accounts, but for the past month, I've literally been going nowhere. Well, for me, effective journaling and preparation was kind of the difference maker. Realizing my demons and doing whatever I can and making the conscious choice to A, identify those demons, and B, do whatever I can to not let them take over. Um, a lot of traders speak about this, veil being lifted where they're just all of a sudden safe and they don't get those urges anymore and all that. It's not true. You get the urges, they get quieter over time through consistent action and good discipline of following your rules, right? So journaling is going to uncover a lot of break even tendencies because you probably take a lot of good trades, Tom, but it's the shit in between that you do that fucks it all up and makes it break even. Like I'd say any break even trader is so close to being profitable. It's really just a matter of filtering out the bullshit in between your good trades. That's the number one thing. And you get that through effective journaling and reflection. And every trade that you take, ask yourself, did I really need to take this? If the answer is not an absolute fuck yes, then you didn't need to take it and you need to refine. So effective journaling. And like all of that being said, like that's going to end up in you getting out of your own way. And you're going to trade a little bit more freely and fluidly with the market. And you're not going to be, playing the game of, oh, well, what if it worked? What if it doesn't work? Blah, 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 blah. Like you're not going to have as much mental chatter. So I would say get out of your own way and start journaling more. You're a pretty observant guy already. So I think this is going to be an easy fix for you. Um, but speaking towards, the past month not being, really not moving the needle much, um, join the fucking club, dude. it's it's normal. We have a very temperamental market right now, especially if you're an equities trader. You have a ton of, wishy-washy price action that's based off of half truths. And it causes a lot of prices being driven back or a lot of moves being driven back and reversed, like today. So, um, what was it? What was my train of thought? Yeah, it's been tough for everyone. Like even me, like I haven't moved the needle much. I went in drawdown, back up, drawdown again, and I'm back up again. So like I'm spinning my tires too, dude. I'm spinning my tires too. But it's only been a month. That's a month out of decades. It's not what you do when things are good, it's what you do when things aren't going so well that define you as a trader. So make that choice. Ask yourself, how do I want to be when things are hard? Do I want to be um, anxious? Do I want to be emotional and act on those emotions uh, when things are tough? Or do I want to stick it out, follow my edge, and let it do the work? Right. So it's when you're faced with adversity, what you do there is really what defines you. So keep your chin up, keep doing what you're doing. Like you said, stop the bullshit trades. Reduce your frequency and just tighten it up. Tighten it up, you'll be good. I'm wondering to what extent it's the current market conditions versus a mental leak. It could be both. It could be both. You'll never know until you journal it though. I think it's probably a mix. You're in your head a little bit, and that's okay. BE isn't a bad place to be. You've gone from losing money to, yes, still not making it, but no longer losing consistently. Trust me, BE is my entire last year till the end. Yeah, dude, it's BE is a great place to be, but it's also like it's like one of the most frustrating because you've never been so close. And then it is it's a spot where you can kind of like flip flop back and forth, holding accounts break even when you're doing well, but like it pisses you off. So you go on tilt and you blow it, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm unprofitable. But like, no, you just need to relax. I know this. I know that all too well. I dealt with a break even phase for a long ass time, and then it does induce you kind of just get fed up, and then you start try to be a hero, and it just doesn't go well. So take it slow. Take it slow. No confirmation. Nothing to do. Right? We have rules. We have steps in place to keep us safe. YM created its breaker. Actually, no, it didn't. Sorry. I was looking too, zooming in too much. So no breakers created. This hourly close is a little bit suspect. There's a world in which this just continues higher. And this is kind of what this, so this is what the selective process kind of looks like for me, right? We do step by step. Step by step, if then statements, if this, then that, right? It's the exact playbook that I brought out to you guys earlier. We first need to see S&T at this current PM high. Then we need to see a breaker on the 1 minute get confirmed. We're kind of in that second stage right there, right? Then we have a new breaker. Oh, even more S&T. These negative fours line up. 10, 30, 15-minute candle is now 18 great grandchildren in. My God. That 10, 30, 15-minute candle came back from the war and made some babies, dude. Most of you guys will probably not know what the heck me and Bradley are talking about. Gold is kind of expanding up above its retracement again. CL is stuck in the mud. Catch anything? Nah. Nothing to catch. Hang on a minute. Stuck in the mud. Yeah, I got nothing to do. We got some SMT at this PM high that we were kind of watching out for and using it to target these lunch lows, kind of just playing this range. That's about it. Seeing it stall out like this is exactly what happened this morning, right? Where it created, it's like, oh, it created a breaker swing. Oh, created another. Oh, another. Oh, another. And then it just never, then it confirmed one and then it sent it. So, like, I think we're in that same kind of mode right now where things are just, how else do I say it? It's just stuck in the mud, boys. Just stuck in the mud. Stuck like Chuck. That's okay. These are easy markets, guys. These are easy markets. I still wasn't confident enough to put my money in until now. I was waiting for that one specific thing I was looking for. And after thinking about it, I realized that's exactly what Michael said not to do. Trying to be perfect. I was chasing perfection. So I'm going to start trading live next week, and I think that will lead me in the right direction. Yeah, dude, you're not going to avoid failure and loss and heartache and pain and emotion and doubt and everything in between. Um, you cannot prepare enough for this outside of the live markets. You have to get in there. You have to get your pecker slapped, and you have to be okay with it if you want to succeed. Live markets will teach you the most about you as a trader, as a person, and that time in the market is so valuable. So I do not think that you need to spend a ton of time in demo. I think there's a place for it. Like if you're new, take a couple months and watch and consume, but like get in there and like the sooner you can get candlesticks in front of you, the better. Um and then demo is practice, but trading live markets with shit on the line is the best of the best. I don't care if it's a $20 Apex eval. Do something. You have to understand. You have to know what loss feels like. So no confirmation here whatsoever, right? We had an inkling that the breaker was going to confirm with the IFVG creation. It did not, right? There is a time and a place to trade IFVGs. And it's not when we're stuck in a range after a large range expansion higher. IFVGs are incredibly finicky. They require a lot of experience and confidence and balls, we'll say. Show people how the M15 is actually looking and why this makes it low probability from that perspective. Sure. Clean that, clean that, clean that. Okay. Simple phases of price. Okay. If any of you have watched Core Content Month 1 from ICT, or if any of you have a brain between your ears, you should by now understand that the market does not reverse from consolidations. Okay. So we have simple market structure, right? We have, I'm going to mirror the day. We have a high, we have a lower low, we have a higher high, trading above, digital open, large range expansion, taking liquidity. We set that high. And we retraced. With that retracement, we have been consolidating. Okay. Now, do we have any sort of bearish confirmation here to suggest that we are going to go lower for any sort of extended period of time? No. Because we're just accumulating stops. Right? At the lows and at the highs. Right? Now, I said something very important earlier. The market moves in trends and it moves in ranges. After the market moves or is done moving in a range, it will go back into a trend. Okay. So you've got just like stuck PA and you're consolidating after a higher time frame expansion that probably sucked up all the volume of the day. Right? In order for us to be bearish on any sort of high time frame, this high needs to be taken or have SMT formed at it. Okay, so NQ either needs to take it or fail to take it and create SMT with a correlated asset. Trading in here, you are only trading this range. You are not trying to take a short from this 15-minute breaker and targeting the lows. Right? So zoom out, look at the 15-minute and go through your phases of price. Okay, reversal, rather consolidation, expansion, reversal into expansion, consolidation. What comes after consolidation? Another expansion. That is the only thing that can happen after consolidation, another expansion. So in order for that to happen, we either are going to expand out of here. We're going to sweep this low again and then expand, kind of like an AMD, or we're going to expand higher and reverse. Okay. So we don't have the long idea because there's no SMT. So this one is out. This one is so far away, so we're not looking to trade that this session. This one is close because we have this SMT. We don't have any confirmation though, so this is all we're looking for. We're looking for a low to the high. We either miss the trade, the short, and we catch the long, or we can maybe catch both, or we just catch one of them, right? Very simple question you have to ask yourself is just where have we come from and where are we likely to go next? Now, I am not the most keen on that breaker. Seeing it struggle like this, seeing it just, build highs and build higher highs and lower lows like this, or higher highs and higher lows like this, it doesn't scream to me that I want to be short like this, right? I want quick confirmation. We also left these equal highs. Where's the 3 p.m. open? Down here. So we have a breaker confirmation here. Possible we could drop from here. Uh, what ICT content should I watch? Core content, 2022 model. His 2023 mentorship is good. Teaches you all about balanced price ranges. Yeah. Those would be my recommendations. Market Maker Primer course, Market Maker Model, or Market Maker Forex course is good as well. Any of his stuff is good. I would stay away from his recent stuff. Not because I have watched it and didn't like it, but because I think doing too much is counterproductive. You'll find more than you ever need with his earlier content. Some SMT indicators are showing SMT with fair value gap. What is your opinion about it? I like for value gap SMT. Just don't. It's not my favorite. Depends what time frame for value gap we're talking here. We going actually in M30 NQES. I don't know that we do. Not recently. That -2 off the 3 p.m. opening manipulation. It's right on lunch low too. I'll just be watching this one, guys. This isn't. This just isn't my thing. I wait like it's waited way too long to do this. Call me picky, but I'd rather watch this go. Flip this 3 p.m. open. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. Obviously, I mean we're already 10 points away from my original entry idea. But you'll see everything play out, right? And this is just me being selective, right? This is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Given context is clean in that we have everything that we were looking for has printed. It just took a long time to get there. Much like this morning, where like it just continuously like created swing lows and higher highs, and then then it finally created a breaker, and then it ran. Um, if all of this, if all of this was occurring up here above these highs, it'd be a different story. I'd be way more keen. But yeah, yeah, I wanted some SMT too, but there wasn't a lick of it. It would have been nice to get even just short term at 8 a.m. low. There was nothing, nothing at all. What do you guys have planned for your evening? Any of you getting silly tonight? Nobody's got anything going on. You guys are so boring. There's Da Vinci. Not much. You got any plans? How's everything regarding your move going? The move is good. If you look to my left, your right, you have a lot of unpacking yet to do, but I've been so ran off my feet busy that I have not had time to unpack very much. But we've got my desk set up. I can show you. I can't. Got everything set up here on my monitors and whatnot. And my doodads and doohickeys there. Got all that set up. But I got a lot of work to do. Still, I got to unpack all my clothes. I got to unpack my office. Our TV showed up. I bought a sound bar today. So I got to set up the TV and the sound bar in the basement. I got to move the other TV upstairs. I've got a laundry list of things from the missus of shit that I need to do around the house. So I'm a busy man. But tonight, I'm making steak and drinking champagne because today is my girlfriend's last day of internship for her education degree. She's officially done school. So I'm going to celebrate her tonight, make her a nice steak dinner, dessert, wine and dine her a little bit. She deserves it. She's been busting her behind. I will pass on the congrats. Thank you very much. Very proud of her. Very proud indeed. She definitely does not watch these, but she knows how proud I am of her at least. So I gotta go to Costco after this actually. Pick up some groceries, get some steaks from the butcher, and then put my apron on. Congrats, enough charts for me. See ya. Have a good day, Tom. Have a good rest of your day. I'm starting to feel that too. Enough charts for me as well. We've now flipped this 3 p.m. open with this moment of candle here. 5 minute has yet to close below it. 3 minute has closed below it. You could probably see it continue lower here, but as I said, I'm flat. I am flat. What's this little button? Anybody? Oh, this is Zoom. Oops. That's a Zoom button. Never mind. Thought it was a new trading view edition. Wait a minute, I'm stupid. Had so many flat days lately. ES swept its PM high currently as well. .30-minute failed to close above its previous 30-minute high. Don't have the 15-minute forming a swing. 5-minute swing, no breaker. I mean, this can just violate these highs if I'm honest. Equal highs here, equal lows here. So if anyone else is flat like me and is watching this price action and it is incredibly boring, maybe it frustrates you. How are you guys feeling sitting here being flat if you are flat? How does that feel? Is it annoying? Do you feel the urge to push the button? It's good to kind of look inward when you're sitting still like this because you got to get used to sitting still like this a lot of the time. It really is just sometimes the best position you could be in. So let me know how you're feeling. If you're feeling some type of way or if you have any questions, guys, like I said at the start of the stream, feel free to ask any questions you might have. I know there's still some of you in here, 42 people watching. So let's make sure that you guys are all behaving. Three minutes ago, Iran says that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed long term for both the US and Israel. US oil prices have officially marked their highest close since June 2022. That's bearish. That's very, very bearish. Trump is set to seek a $1.5 trillion defense budget for next fiscal year, according to Reuters. Reuters, yeah, Reuters. However you say it. When I say in, you say inflation, inflation, inflation. Short of the 30-second breaker on NQ, but on paper, want to see the H1 Devil's Mark taken. Yeah, that's a good play. 30-second is, I don't know how you guys trade the 30-second chart. I don't know how you do it. Yeah, I know Kane does it too. Everybody I've run in, so many people I've talked to, and this has nothing to do with anyone who trades it successfully, but pretty much everybody I've talked to that trades the 30-second at some point has a moment where they're like, I'm taking loss after loss after loss trading the 30-second. And it's really because like it's such a like you don't need it. You don't need it. You can make fucking bank trading the 15-minute time frame. And you'll have less frequency. So I don't know. I'm I'm against the seconds chart. I always have been. Maybe it's because I'm not good at it, but you have to trade pretty high frequency on it, and it gives a lot of false signatures, just like the 1 minute. 1 minute is the lowest I'll go, and it's got to be set up well on the high time frame. Yeah. Keep yawning. Sorry, guys. I'm not bored of you guys, I swear. How do you guys like these PM streams? This is, I guess, day 4 of doing PM streams, of doing streams in general on YouTube. But what do you think of the PM streams? I know they obviously don't get as many viewers as the AM streams because, I mean, it's the PM session compared to AM, but I think the PM streams can be pretty good. Just not today. I mean, the stream is good itself. We've talked about a lot of good stuff, but the price action has been less than favorable. Happy to be hearing some quality information, even if the market is moving. Great. I'm glad you are enjoying yourself. That's all I want to do here is just provide even just the slightest bit of value. Like I said, I've said this in past streams. I'm not some special dude. I don't know everything. I just have a hunger to help and provide some value. So if I can do that in any way, I'm happy to. So I'm glad that you're finding a little bit of value out of it at least. It's pretty cool that you guys pull up and look at some knucklehead like me watch a screen for 2 hours. You guys are the real heroes. You guys are the real heroes. And I will repay you once the market cleans up. We'll take some bangers. Bray, where in Canada are you? I'm in Calgary and it's snowing a shit ton. Ooh, I'm in Regina. I don't think we're due for snow. Let's see. We're due for snow next week, but it's going to be like more like rain. And it's like a 40% chance. Yeah. Our weather's been fucking weird, to be fair. Like lots of snow and like freezing rain. It's just been weird. Like we're struggling to get out of negative temperatures. Let's see Calgary. Well, you guys are getting dumped on right now. Yeah, weather's very similar there too, isn't it? Your forecast looks like identical to ours. What was the decision behind the lab opening up to public live streaming on YouTube? Um, as a team, we all kind of felt like we were slaves to Discord. We felt like we were um, Discord like traders or Discord people over traders, right? The whole primary thing was to just trade and enjoy trading and help people along the way, but it became more than that. Like it became a lot of content, a lot of hours put in helping people and responding to messages. Not that it's anyone's fault. It just became a lot. And also this is a super hot take, but Discord models of trading education groups are a dying breed. They are not what they used to be. um Everybody has a Discord nowadays and everybody charges for it. um it's become so extremely saturated, and it was time for a change, and so we're going a different way with it. We want to get in front of more people. We want to just show up. I just want to show up and trade and be a trader, be an analyst, and not be a coach or a mentor or someone to be relied on and at my beck and call, right? I want to just show up, trade, and leave, right? Not that I don't care to help you guys, but I want to do it on my terms. And that's how we all kind of felt as a team. And we feel like we wanted to go a different direction. Like we said, get in front of more people, go public, right? Up the ante a little bit. So that's the birth of the Lab Live. We have a lot more stuff coming down the pipe. I cannot speak to it yet, obviously, but we're working on a ton of stuff behind the scenes, and it's going to be much, much better for everybody. For you, for me, for anybody who's looking to get better as a trader. So, yeah. How many times are we going to get S&T at these highs? Bloody hell. 19 minutes left, guys. Stay strong. Does anyone have any questions? How did your week go? Because we're not. I don't think we're streaming tomorrow because it's Good Friday. We might stream a little bit in the morning. I'm not sure. I will not be here for it. But how'd your week go? How do you plan to review this week? What did you learn, or what did you not learn? um, Talk to me about your week. I like to do. I like to do closing ceremonies like this where we all just kind of reflect and like see what we could do better next week. So, anyone have any? Does anyone or did anyone have any light bulb moments this week? If you did, feel free to share. Been a good week, but flat today. Me too. Flat today. Very flat week in general for me in terms of P&L. I think I'm up like an R or two. Yeah, I don't even know. I haven't looked. Green Monday, red Tuesday, Wednesday, small green today. Okay. So that's green profit days or red profit. That's on profit. How about how many green days in terms of following your rules? You should maybe judge your days green or red based off of your execution of your model. That is. Asia's the play these days, dude. Asia's been clean. This has been a horrible week for me, coming off the best month I had in 2 years. It's funny how that works, isn't it? Sorry to hear, but it's just you see it all the time, right? Peaks and valleys. Dust yourself off. It's good to be reminded that you are truly never safe from the market. And it's crazy how it just things like that happen where you can feel like you're on top of the world, you can't be stopped, and then you're quickly humbled. But you'll bounce back. I have no doubt. Wow. This is snoozer, hence the yawning. Just grinding higher. We have 6 minutes. We have 6 minutes until we're gonna get like a little pop with the market on close macro. Maybe we get something there. I will not be touching it. Yeah, really, it's no one's fault but my own. Wouldn't even watch this shit 80% of the time. Dude, you're telling me. If I was not streaming today, and I'm being just totally honest with you, if I was not streaming today, I would not be looking at this price action because I know that there's nothing here for me. But it's good to get the practice in, get the reps in. What this is this isn't good, you know, this isn't time well spent in by way of, you know, trying to limit your time on the time in the markets to like just when you're trading, right? Like learning to step away. This is really good tests of patience though, and commitment to your model. This is the kind of work that is good, right? Sitting in front of a chart that you know you can't trade and not trading. So it's good practice. This is also just, yeah. I mean, incredibly choppy. 1550 do its thing. Yeah, that's about all that we can see here. Flip a coin. You can flip a fucking coin if you want. If this 5 minute breaker gets created on this 1545 candle, then it's probably going to drop. If not, it's probably going to run the highs. About it. this to someone. Oops. Okay, flip a coin, 1550. Didn't create the breaker. Go higher. I'm off. Have a good weekend. You too, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Meant that I wouldn't trade 80% of what I did this week. Didn't mean the stream. No, I got what you meant. I'm agreeing with you that like this price action is less than favorable. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Doing what I can. Just doing my part. Right. So 1550 market on close macro expands higher, right? We kind of anticipated it to happen, right? The line in the sand was that 5-minute breaker that just kept failing to get created, right? Using these candles as information. Yeah. So it'll be a flat day for me. No trades taken. See you later, Da Vinci, you too, brother. Have a good weekend. Okay. Closing remarks. Closing remarks. Like I said, flat day today. Nothing to do on my end. We did have a massive buy up that I did not get a single confirmation for, so I am flat. And I am cool with that. So, going to be ending my week here as well. Slightly green on the week. Maybe I think an R or two, 1R, 2R on the week. 2 losses, 1 win. Pretty happy with how the week went. All things considered, with how busy I've been and my absence from the markets. So, always something to learn. I'm sure there's something in my reflection when I do it that I will see it. Probably this long here. Could have been long from that. That tag -2. We talked about this on my first stream on Tuesday. That was a beautiful, beautiful trade. And yeah, I'll have to reflect on the week, but I have no complaints. about this week whatsoever. But I hope you guys enjoyed your week. I hope you enjoyed the streams this week as well in the lab. We'll be live again next week. I'm not sure. Keep notifications on. Subscribe and click the bell, and you'll get notifications if we are streaming tomorrow. I don't know yet. It's not scheduled, so could very well be just a nothing day tomorrow, given that it's Good Friday and the market's closed at 9:15 Eastern. So we have NFP numbers coming out tomorrow, but it'll only be trading for 45 minutes after the data releases. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. I hope you enjoy your weekend. We will see you on Monday. Let's see when I'm going to be streaming next a week. Probably Monday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, then Thursday, Friday. I'll probably be streaming 3-4 times next week again. So yeah, if you haven't already, like the stream, subscribe. We appreciate it more than you know. I think we got a pretty good ratio of likes to views, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, I think in closing, I've said everything that I need to say. I'm not going to sit here and babble for 4 more minutes. I think going into the Asia session, we could probably just see, a continuation off of this massive daily swing that we created inside of this daily for value gap. I don't know. The political backdrop and the geopolitical backdrop with Iran does not look fucking bullish whatsoever. So I'm kind of having to cut through that a little bit and just play the chart as it lies. So we'll have to see. I would like to see maybe a run on discount with a bullish breaker up into -4 standard deviations of this breaker up into these highs here. Maybe the Asia session blesses you. But I would not be trading Asia because, like I said, I'm whining and dining. So see you, Unk. Yeah, see you, Neff. Have a good one. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you all. I look forward to doing more of these streams with you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in and sticking through it with me on a very boring afternoon session. Some of them are going to be like this, but some of them might be bangers. So we'll have to show up and find out for ourselves, won't we? All right. Okay. I'm going to hop off, go enjoy my evening, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay. Cheers.